Hi guys, I'm Matt and welcome back to Walk Wild. Right now I'm in the glorious Gower Peninsula in Wales and we've got a lovely sunny evening and I'm just about to set up a wild camping spot, so I thought I'd just show you what kit I've got with me. So, to begin with, this is the OSPREY EXOS 48 litre hiking backpack. And I'm not going to go into too much of a review for that, but it's something I've had for about a year now and it's really worked well for me. You can go a bit lighter, but in terms of a price point, it's about 110, 120 pounds. It works really well for through hiking and camping trips. So to begin with, I'll start with this top pocket actually. What I've got in here, this is basically where I keep snacks. This is where you want to have things that can be easily accessed. So sweets, I mean, just have one bag for a whole trip. Got some energy gel. Mostly it's stuff like, we've got protein bars and flapjacks, that kind of thing. All food that's snack food that you just want to get throughout the day and just graze. You know, you want to have easy access there. You don't want to be digging around your backpack for that. Open these. In here we've got another pocket. I actually don't keep anything in there at the minute, but you can keep other valuables and stuff in there if you want. I've actually just moved my valuables into my main backpack, but that's another good spot. Keep my fleece on the outside. This is because it's spring, it's not super hot, and I'm taking layers on and off, so it's good to have a fleece that you can just have on top to take on and off pretty easy there. Inside I have, so these are my valuables. I keep everything in stuff sacks, and that's something that's really important. You need to mainly make sure you do it so that you can keep your stuff dry, but also it really helps with organizing and sorting through things. And so in here I just have some chargers. I've got my Amazon Kindle, sunglasses, credit cards. That's basically it. Next up is I have this is sort of a rainproof shell jacket. That's a layer. Again, keep your layers near the top. It's really useful. Toilet paper, that's pretty obvious. I have another layer here. This is just a thin hoodie. Then next up, well, this is not exactly an essential, but it's a bottle of whiskey that's been transferred into a non-glass bottle, but you know, if you've got space, why not? And then I've got my food now. So this is, I mean, I use these, I've got another video on this, but if you want to watch it, I'll link it below. But I use these kind of pasta pouches, which are really useful. I've got porridge for the mornings, instant oats, you know, things that you can just boil water and add water to. Tea bags, hot chocolate, coffee. This is quite a useful tip. I've got powdered milk as well. You obviously can't bring dairy products with you. They perish really fast. So powdered milk works really well. And then I have a mug. This is just to drink out of, like a durable, sturdy mug. And in that, I have another stuff sack, which has got my spork in it. Ooh. Spork, torch, water filter, which is very important. Bring a water filter with you whenever you can. Can you see I'll link that down below. I think it's SAWYER. Yeah, there you go. And then I also have just a couple of lighters. It's always good to have a spare in case you can't get something started, your camp stove started. Okay, and I've got a spare pair of socks in there. Not sure why they're not in a stuff sack, but anyway. What else do we have? So this is now getting down to the clothes. So I sort of try and pack things down as well and get a really nice shape to your bag. That's why the stuff sacks really help, because you can squish things down and compartmentalize them, as I said. So this is a long sleeve shirt, which is really useful. It's like thermal. I've got a spare t-shirt in there, and 2 spare socks and 2 pairs of underwear. So that's sort of like my nightwear, which I keep in there. And next up we have, so I've just got another hoodie. So this is actually quite unusual. I have basically 2 hoodies and a fleece. Now I'm not going to recommend you do that. I'm in the process of buying a new down jacket, and that's going to do what you need. You get a down jacket and a shell is all you need. Don't bring 3 layers of hoodies like I've done. So that's a bit of a mistake, but I'm waiting because there's a jacket I want and I just haven't bought it yet. So you probably can do with one layer like a fleece, which is what I've got because it gets cold. And then you want to have your down jacket because it's really lightweight, it packs down super small, and then you want your outer shell jacket. Those are the 3 layers you should have. And then you can have your thermal undershirt and a t-shirt if you're hiking in cold weather, but it usually does get cold in these places at night. Pressed in there, so I have my camping stove, and I have a little pot which is going to be used for boiling water, and the handles, which obviously goes with all my equipment I have there. Got a camping gas, this is what I use. You can get different kinds of camping gas. I've just got the screw-on one because it fits with my stove. You can get ones that clip on. You can get the taller ones, but I don't think they're quite as good. I prefer this system because I think it's quite lightweight, but you can get jet boil, they're a bit heavier, but they cook things a lot faster, so it's completely up to you. They cost more as well. There's also the little tiny attachments which just go right on top, which are very, very lightweight, and they're good as well. It just depends what you like, really. Then next I have my sleeping mat, which is pressed down to the bottom, so we're getting to all my sleeping stuff now, because obviously that's going to come out last. That's going to be the last thing you use. Sleeping bag, which is pressed in there. This is a VANGO TREKLITE 600, pretty good. It's warmed down to about 0 degrees, I'd say, but you do start getting chilly if you don't have like a proper sleeping mat, which it needs to be paired with. It doesn't just work by itself. If you're sleeping with this on ground without any sleeping mat, you will get cold. So make sure you buy those 2 things together. Then I think we're getting to the bottom of the bag here. Microfiber towel, always good to have. And then I've got a sleeping bag liner. That's just to give you a little bit of extra warmth, and it helps, it makes it easier to wash, because it's easier to wash this rather than wash your whole sleeping bag. And then I have a little camping pillow. So that all fits in the main pocket. You kind of just stuff everything down. There's loads of space in there. And so I have this outer pocket, which is a flask. Again, like the whiskey, I don't always bring this with me. This is a bit of a luxury because I'm not doing quite as long a hike. And then I've got some outer kind of warm wear. So I've got a snood, I've got a hat, I've got a little pair of gloves. Again, just easy access. Think about things you're going to take on and off and put those in the outer pockets. I have a rain poncho, which looks like I won't be needing that this time. And then at last I have my waterproof backpack liner. So again, that's just if weather turns. Good to have that with you. And then next, so I strap my tent to the outside. I basically put the canvas material here, and I have the tent poles in this side pocket. I think it's easier that way rather than keeping it all together, and it just fits on this backpack really nicely. So I have the poles there, and I just tie this on the end, and yeah, it stays put. And then lastly, in my side pockets, I just pack these with water. So I have a bigger water bottle here, which is just used for like cooking and drinking, obviously. But then I generally, throughout the day, use these soft ones in this side pocket. They're easier because they squish down as you're drinking them, and I like to just, you know, push them in, and those are the ones I go to when I'm drinking throughout the day. So that's everything, guys. Thank you. If you have any questions, just let me know below, and I'll try and answer them however I can. But this is basically the sort of kit I would use for a 2 to 3 day wild camping. And basically, you can use it for longer if you scale things up, if you're carrying more food, if you're carrying more water, all that kind of stuff. Maybe I've actually done a Pembrokeshire, which was 2 weeks on this similar kit. So thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.